Hi, Susie here. This is my garden spot up at our church. The gardens are behind me, and I'm going to go out and show you what they look like. It's a beautiful sunshiny day. Most of the snow has melted off here, and I think it's about 42 degrees Fahrenheit, so I'm ready to work. Okay, I'm going to go to my garden first because I have ideas about what I want to work on today. It's a little bit of a walk out here. Sorry about that, kind of bumpy. No, the sign does not say Susie's Plot. It says no motor vehicles, but it's pretty faded. I think I might change that. Okay, this is my disaster. I have two kind of almost sort of raised beds with the sticks in the corners. I think I'm going to add another layer of 1x6, I think is what I have those, and make them a little bit deeper. They're too wide for me to reach across. These are 4 feet wide, and I can't reach across those and keep the middle weeded out, and I have some nasty weeds in here. I am going to be building more raised beds. I tried to build up no dig beds, and they didn't work very well. The materials that I used to make the beds out of was too hot, and everything got really burned off. Tried to improve this year. Did have some luck. Other things were a disaster. This spot has never really been made into beds. It's been weeded off a couple of times, but not maintained. And this, I'm going to extend into this mess and start a fruit cage. So that's my plan for my garden. The fruit cage will be for the church. And maybe a little bit for me too, since I'm a member. I get to have some. Okay, this is the church's community garden. There is a private plot over there for one individual who's handicapped. That used to be my plot, but it's the easiest for him to get to, so he has that plot. This area here will be flowers for the children. Those are the raised beds we built last year. Very successful. That was about the only success last year. This bed behind where we'll put the flowers, this grew the best potatoes last year. Oh, we had wonderful potatoes. The bags that you see are a garden amendment. Let me see if I can get a close-up of what these are. Garden amender. And it contains organic materials, some cow manure, and a little bit of fertilizer. It's for vegetables and flowers. We have very hard clay soil here. I mean, it is just, that's where I just stepped. And you can see, it's really clay. It needs some fertilizer. It's pretty worn out. Our beds here, the two that you can see clearly right now are 20 feet wide by 100 feet long. And this used to be a bed originally when they first cut into the garden. And you can see, it's a difference in the weeds. You can see that it used to be, or it's no longer the original prairie grass. Look at that. So you can tell exactly where it had been maintained and where it hadn't. This has all gone back to prairie. These used to be ball fields, baseball fields. And, oh, a tiny bit of snow's left there. That marker, that bit of wood there, that used to mark the end of my garden. I never got back to this section. This year I am going to. And I'm going to put a fence around it. And it's going to be so much better this year. I hope. Okay, so my project for today is to map out where I want my beds to be. And I might start some digging, and there are wood chips here that you can see. That is not a 3-foot wide bed. I don't know what happened. It might have been 2 feet wide. This is where I grew the best onions ever last year. So I know there's good soil there. This was tomatoes that were a disaster. These are some peppers. I did get some peppers off. That bed over there was cabbages. I don't even remember what I had here. I don't think anything grew here. And I don't think I had anything there. So, lots of room for improvement. So today I'm going to be mapping out, tidying up, getting things ready to start building my new beds. I do have plants started at home, and we'll just get started. That's how far I have to walk from my car, because we don't want to put cars on this lawn, especially not this time of year when the ground is so soft. So that's it for today. Just a sec, I'm going to swing around here. I'll say goodbye now.